Oh, insurance, it's like that friend you avoid calling until you desperately need them. You know, the one who's great in a crisis, but a bit of a drag at parties. We get it. Insurance can seem about as exciting as watching paint dry, especially when faced with a mountain of paperwork and jargon that would make a Shakespearean scholar sweat. But here's the thing. Insurance is important. Really important. It's the safety net that catches you when life throws you a curveball, whether it's a fender bender, a house fire, or a sudden illness. Think of it as the adult equivalent of wearing a helmet while riding your bike. Sure, it might not be the most fashionable accessory, but it could save your bacon and your bank account one day. Now, we know what you're thinking. John, this all sounds very sensible, but isn't insurance a bit of a minefield? And you'd be right. Navigating the world of insurance can feel like trying to understand the plot of Tenet after a few too many pints. That's why we're here to help. In this whirlwind tour of insurance across the UK, Europe, and the US, we'll demystify the jargon, expose the pitfalls, and empower you to become a master of your own insurance destiny. We'll even throw in some pop culture references along the way, because who said insurance couldn't be fun? Okay, maybe no one, but we're going to try anyway. Let's kick things off in good old Blighty, shall we? The UK insurance market is a bit like a cup of tea, reliable, familiar, and with enough varieties to satisfy even the fussiest connoisseur. Whether you're after car insurance, home insurance, or something a bit more niche like pet insurance, because let's face it, those vet bills can be rough, you'll find a policy to fit your needs. One of the key things to remember about UK insurance is that it's compulsory to have at least third-party car insurance. That's right, folks, driving without it is about as welcome as Piers Morgan at a vegan festival. You'll also find that buildings insurance is often a requirement if you're buying a property with a mortgage. Lenders like to know that their investment is protected, which is fair enough really, but it's not all doom and gloom. The UK has a robust regulatory framework for insurance, which means you're generally in safe hands. The Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, keeps a watchful eye on the industry, ensuring that the insurers play by the rules and treat customers fairly. Think of them as the insurance police, except they probably don't have a catchy theme tune. So whether you're a seasoned insurance pro or a nervous newbie, the UK insurance market is generally a safe and straightforward place to be. Just remember to read the fine print, shop around for the best deals, and don't be afraid to ask questions. After all, knowledge is power, even when it comes to insurance. Next up, we're hopping across the pond to the land of the free and the home of the... Well, let's just say the US insurance system can be a bit more complicated than its UK counterpart. Imagine trying to navigate a corn maze designed by a caffeinated squirrel on roller skates. That's the US insurance system in a nutshell. For starters, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance in the US. Each state has its own set of rules and regulations, which can make things a bit confusing to say the least. It's like trying to order a beer in all 50 states. You might get a different answer and a different price every time. Health insurance in particular can be a real head-scratcher in the US. Unlike in the UK, the National Health Service (NHS) provides universal healthcare coverage. Americans typically rely on private health insurance, often through their employers. And let's just say that navigating the world of deductibles, co-pays, and out-of-pocket maximums is enough to make you want to self-medicate with a stiff drink. But fear not, intrepid insurance explorer. We're here to guide you through the labyrinthine corridors of US insurance. We'll help you decode the jargon, understand your rights, and find the coverage you need without breaking the bank or your sanity. Hold on to your hats, folks, because now we're embarking on a whirlwind tour of European insurance. From the Emerald Isle to the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean, we'll be exploring the ins and outs of insurance across the continent. Now, you might think that insurance in Europe would be a piece of cake, what with the European Union, EU and all, and you'd be partially right. The EU has implemented some regulations to harmonize insurance practices across member states, which is great news for consumers. For example, thanks to the EU's gender directive, insurers can no longer charge different premiums based on gender. So long, pink tax. However, it's important to remember that Europe is a diverse continent with a wide range of insurance systems. While some countries, like France and Germany, have comprehensive social security systems that provide a safety net for citizens, others, like Ireland and Spain, rely more heavily on private insurance. The good news is that most European countries offer excellent insurance options for travelers, whether you're planning a weekend getaway to Paris or a backpacking adventure through the Balkans. Just make sure you have adequate travel insurance that covers medical expenses, trip cancellation, and lost or stolen belongings. You never know what might happen when you're busy living your best European life. Section 5. Deciphering the Insurance Da Vinci Code Essential Documents Explained. Okay folks, it's time to roll up our sleeves and get down to the nitty-gritty insurance documents. We know they're about as exciting as watching a test match on mute. But trust us, understanding these documents is crucial to ensure you're getting the coverage you need and avoiding any nasty surprises down the line. First up, we have the policy document. Think of this as the holy grail of insurance documents. It's the big kahuna, the whole shebang. This bad boy outlines everything you need to know about your insurance policy, including what's covered, what's not covered, those pesky exclusions, your deductible, the amount you'll pay out of pocket before your insurance kicks in, and your premium, the amount you pay for your insurance. Next, we have the terms and conditions. Now we know what you're thinking. John, nobody reads the terms and conditions, and you're right, most people don't. But here's the thing. Those terms and conditions are full of important information that could save you a lot of heartache and money down the line. And finally, we have the claims form. Hopefully, you'll never have to use this bad boy, but it's important to know where to find it and how to fill it out correctly if you do need to make a claim. Remember, the more detailed and accurate your claim is, the smoother the process will be. Section 6. Consumer protection. Because insurance companies shouldn't get away with murder, probably. Let's face it, dealing with insurance companies can sometimes feel like playing a game you can't win. They've got the lawyers, the jargon, and the annoying habit of rejecting claims for the most ridiculous reasons. But don't despair. Consumer protection laws are here to channel your inner David and fight back against the insurance Goliath. In the UK, the Financial Ombudsman Service, or FOS, is your best friend when it comes to resolving disputes with insurance companies. Think of them as the neutral referee in the boxing ring of insurance claims. If you've had a complaint rejected by an insurer and you're not happy with their response, you can take your case to the FOS for free. They'll investigate your complaint and issue a binding decision that's fair to both parties. Over in the US, each state has its own Department of Insurance that regulates the industry and protects consumers. They can help you with a variety of issues, from filing a complaint against an insurer to understanding your rights under your policy. And in the EU, you have the European Insurance and Occupational Pensions Authority, or EIOPA, looking out for your interests. EIOPA works to ensure consumer protection and promote stability in the European insurance market. They're like the insurance superheroes you never knew you needed. Section 7, brokers and comparison sites, your insurance sidekicks in a world of confusing jargon. Let's be honest, shopping for insurance can be about as much fun as a root canal. It's time-consuming, confusing, and often leaves you feeling like you need a degree in economics just to understand the different options. But fear not, intrepid insurance seeker. Brokers and comparison websites are here to be your trusty sidekicks in the battle against insurance jargon and sky-high premiums. Insurance brokers are like the Yoda to your Luke Skywalker, the Gandalf to your Frodo Baggins. They're the wise sages of the insurance world with years of experience and a deep understanding of the market. Brokers work independently of insurance companies, which means they can offer unbiased advice and help you find the best policy for your needs. Comparison websites, on the other hand, are like the digital equivalent of a bustling marketplace. They allow you to compare quotes from multiple insurers side by side, making it easy to find the most competitive price. Think of them as the Amazon of insurance, but hopefully with fewer cardboard boxes and disgruntled delivery drivers. Whether you prefer the personal touch of a broker or the convenience of a comparison website, these insurance allies can save you time, money, and a whole lot of hassle. Section 8, Insurance in Disguise. You won't believe where it pops up next. Now, we've covered the basics of insurance, but what about those sneaky little insurance products that fly under the radar? You know, the ones that don't shout insurance from the rooftops, but are hiding in plain sight? Buckle up, Buttercup, because you might be surprised by what you find. Ever booked a flight and been offered travel insurance as an add-on? That's right, folks. Insurance isn't just confined to those hefty policy documents you file away and forget about. It can pop up in the most unexpected places, like a game of insurance whack-a-mole. How about that extended warranty on your new smartphone? Yep, that's insurance too. It's designed to protect you from the financial pain of a cracked screen or a faulty battery. And let's not forget about those product protection plans you're offered when you buy electronics or appliances. They might seem like an unnecessary expense, but they can be a lifesaver if your new gadget decides to go kaput just after the manufacturer's warranty expires. So, the next time you're making a purchase or booking a trip, keep an eye out for those hidden insurance gems. They might just save you a small fortune in the long run. Conclusion. Congratulations, you now speak insurance. Sort of. Well, folks, there you have it. Our whirlwind tour of insurance across the UK, Europe, and the US has come to an end. We've tackled the jargon, explored the different types of coverage, and armed you with the knowledge you need to navigate the world of insurance with confidence. Remember, insurance doesn't have to be a scary monster lurking under your bed. Think of it more like a slightly grumpy but ultimately helpful companion on your life journey. By understanding your insurance needs, shopping around for the best deals, and knowing your rights, you can turn insurance from a necessary evil into a valuable tool for financial security. And hey, if all else fails, just remember, at least it's not as complicated as understanding cryptocurrency.